the Joe Rogan Experience.
That's right. I wonder that, some people, I think, give them a quick dose, because I as well, I respect Brian, and it's further to my point, similar to the hunting argument. I happen to believe in God, but when I talked to Brian Cox, I got to the point where I was saying, all right, even though I believe in God and you are an atheist, although he said I don't call myself an atheist, well, I felt like we both got to the point where we said compassion, kindness, and love are the most important things.
Yeah.
So in this way, who cares
so when
how
you say
get there?
When you say you believe in God, do you believe in the traditional God of Christianity? Do you believe in God as a concept? Do you have your own definition for it?
That I believe that state of oneness and transcendence that you're talking about through your DMT experiences that says, love and kindness and love and awareness, I believe that is the most real thing. I think that preceded all matter, and I think that we can interact with it. So I don't believe God in just a Gaia way, that the whole world is like an interactive biological living breathing goddess. I believe that, and that we can commune with it. And furthermore, the relevance of it for me is that it suggests to me that we should be acting kindly and lovingly. And when we're thinking about how do we organise our systems, that our awareness of that energy, accessible to all of us, should be paramount in our understanding of how we organise. This out for an idea. Joseph Campbell talked about the myth of Christ, and he said that the reason the story of Christ is important is the temptation in the 40 days in the wilderness. He's offered Christ material success, he offers him political power, and he says, if you are so spiritual, he says to Christ, who swerves the first two tests, why don't you kill yourself now and be only spirit? And Christ says, we are body and we are spirit, and that's why he remains alive. Oriental and Eastern thinkers say that what is the relevance of the resurrection of a man 2,000 years ago? What does it matter if someone was resurrected 2,000 years ago if we are not resurrected now in the moment? And I recognise this from an atheistic perspective, which is not my perspective. I happen to believe in God, but if you are an atheist, I think we are at the summit of our evolution. We're 38% identical to bananas DNA wise, we're 67% identical to earthworms DNA wise, 98% identical to chimpanzees DNA wise. So what we share together is infinitely greater than what separates us. To be at the summit of our evolutionary possibility, we have to live beyond the dead model of our animal selves, of our urgent primal selves. We have to be at the apex of evolution. We have to be in the moment. We can't live in the dead animal self of urges and acquisitiveness. These are the things we have to transcend moment to moment. This is what I think is important, to live in the apex. See, like these old ideas about individualism, we've got to transcend them. The distinctions between you and I, we know that they are an illusion. We share the same DNA. There are invisible energies that are passing between us, the same way as this used to have Wi-Fi before some idiot tipped water on it. These invisible energies have to be harnessed and accessed because it's the only truth that matters. As long as we prioritize this material truth over spiritual truths, we will live in tyranny because we are living in an illusion.
How the hell do you engage with Hollywood?
It's not going well, Josh.
I mean, you seem like such a misfit in terms of the capitalist drive of the entertainment industry. How do you retain your kind of, I guess, artistic and philosophical and spiritual credibility whilst also trying to be a success and engaging with...
But those of us that believe in these things, we've got a duty to come together, to get over our superficial differences, whether we're kind of liberal or like a further to the left. We've got to get together and commune. Because of this is why it upsets me when the focus on religious sectarianism and religious extremism. This is a way of directing
let me just pull you up on that. When you just said a moment ago you do believe in God, what does that mean in the absence of any religious dogma or sectarianism?
I think that there's an infinite creative force that generates all consciousness and all matter, and we are all connected. And if you align yourself with this infinite creative force, then you can be positive and you can be beautiful. I don't think it's a personal God. I don't believe in any particular doctrine or dogma, only that humanity is connected. And if you listen to the lower, of course we are all selfish and we all want to each other, but if you allow that to govern your life, you will not be connected with the things that are important and true.
And indeed, each other can be a source, a route to that kind of force, to that kind of
if you do it properly,
godliness.
Josh.
Yes.